So back in 2007, Quiznos had reached almost 5,000 franchises. Now, can you guess how many of those remain today? We're going to reveal the shocking number today on Franchise City. So before we begin, this is an actual Quiznos commercial starring the Sponge Monkeys.
We love these subs! Subs are $1 off when you bring in a coupon. All things to eat, oil changes, only rise up for blocks. Any coupon box, beware of paper cuts. The Quiznos subs!
Quiznos. Toasty.
Hey Frank, we've collected millions from franchise owners. How much do you think we should spend on commercials? $8? Sounds good. So back in the day, Quiznos was a genuine competitor against Subway, and franchises opening all across the country. You probably had one or several where you live, but these sales of franchises were based mostly on hype. Now, we've warned buyers against succumbing to hype on the channel many times before, and if buyers had called us, we would have shown them that despite the growth Quiznos locations, the entire system was already starting to have problems. In fact, back in 2007, at the height of their growth, franchise owners launched a lawsuit alleging that Quiznos was marking up prices unfairly, very unfairly, on food that was sold to them, while also mandating that their menu prices remain very low. So nobody, apparently, except Quiznos Corporate, was making any money. Now, the common legal reasons on many of the lawsuits included terms like fraud, misrepresentation, duty to disclose, negligent misrepresentation causing financial harm, breach of contract, breaches of the implied covenant of good faith. You get the idea. There were multiple lawsuits against Quiznos. The largest resulted in a $206 million judgment. Now, another lawsuit was one for $95 million that included franchisees who never even were able to open their location due to these internal disputes. Now, this is a short video, so we're not going to cover all of the lawsuits, but needless to say, there were quite a few. I took a look at Quiznos' current disclosure document. There are 10 full pages of litigation. So it was no secret, at least in the industry, to us at least, that Quiznos was somewhat of a mess. And some of that shiny veneer began to crack as more and more publicity showed Quiznos in a negative light. In 2006, a Quiznos senior VP was having an online conversation with someone he thought was a 13-year-old girl. Lo and behold, it was a police sting operation, and the VP, whose name we're not going to mention, was arrested and charged with 5 felony charges. Now, apparently, this VP of marketing was the self-same person behind what commercial? And if the Sponge Monkeys weren't bad enough, Quiznos made this commercial of a sexy toaster oven.
Scott, I want you to do something.
Not doing that again. I burned.
We both enjoyed that. Now I want you to introduce my greatest creation, the new Toasty Torpedo.
The new Toasty Torpedo?
Yes, Scott. You make one.
Me?
Put it in me, Scott. Put it in me, Scott. Put it in me, Scott. It's over a foot of Quiznos flavor on Slim Sleek Ciabatta for only $4. Say it, Scott.
Only $4?
Say it sexy.
Only $4?
Sexier.
Only $4.
Quiznos. Toasty.
Put it in me, Scott. It's over a foot of flavor. That's not awkward. In 2009, to try and drum up business, Quiznos started offering free sandwiches. Some of you might remember that. Now, needless to say, franchisees that are not making any money don't have free sub giveaways at the top of their list. And Consumerist reported many customers were actually being denied subs when they went in with their little coupons. Now, a few days after the now tarnished promotion, Quiznos suggested they might help cover costs of the free subs. Now, by 2014, Quiznos was in deep trouble. They filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy. They were over $875 million in debt at the time. Now, in 2016, after the long period of awful franchisee relations, a new CEO, Susan Linton-Smith, started making moves to try and make things right by cutting franchisee payments and creating new loyalty programs. Now, in 2018, private investment firm, it's called High Bluff, true story, bought Quiznos for an undisclosed amount. Now, according to their website, High Bluff, their company has over 30 years of experience managing, investing, leading, and transforming consumer businesses across the restaurant, entertainment, food, beverage, and retail markets. So we're going to have to see how things go for Quiznos. That acquisition happened back in 2018. Haven't seen a whole lot of positive growth yet. But that brings us to today, 2022, and how many Quiznos locations remain after a peak of almost 5,000 locations in the USA alone. As of 2020, as the data is always 1 year behind, we won't see this year until next year, Quiznos shows 229 stores remaining. And they have continued to close locations over the past 3 years. We're not seeing positive growth. Ever wonder how much popular franchises earn? I'll place a link to that down below. Thanks for watching.